All right. I am here with the legendary Scott Moninger. Scott, what brings you out here? Tour Utah.
You know, I just kind of had to get out of the basement. I've been doing a lot of coaching lately, writing programs, and sometimes, believe it or not, I sort of miss the circus. So I got a call to sort of substitute direct this weekend, and I thought it'd be fun to come out. And this is a race that I've done well at as a racer, and I was here last year directing, so I know it pretty well. And familiarity is always nice, especially on a course like today. There's a lot of nuances to this particular stage, so I think that was kind of invaluable for the guys today.
I mean, you've done more than well out here. You've won.
I won this race in '06. That's right. Overall, it was kind of like, I guess, my last big stage race win before retiring at the end of '07. So, yeah, I've got some fond memories, especially at this stage. That's kind of where it all went down on the final climb compared to Snowbirds.
Can you compare your victory back in '06 to the riders you see now, like Alex Ho, House, and some of the younger guys moving up in the peloton?
You know, in '06, we kind of had a scrap-together team that was thrown together at the last minute. You know, it was with HealthNet that year, but it was myself and Lauder were kind of the protected guys, and I think we only had 5 starters to begin with. It was myself, and Kirk Obie, Mike Sayers, and Doug Olenshaw. It was a 5-man team, so we were really, you know, sort of cognizant of what we were going to do from day one. You know, and that was just kind of conserved, knowing that, you know, it was all going to come down to the last day, which in that year, this was the last stage. So, you know, having Lauder was pretty invaluable since he's a Salt Lake rider. He knows the area really well. So, you know, I think in that particular instance, experience was kind of the difference. Whereas, you know, this year it looks like team strength is probably what's going to end up winning the race for rock racing. So we kind of played our cards, I guess, just right, and didn't really spend a lot of energy until we had to on the final stage. So, you know, it's always different perspective when you're in the car versus being out there, but. The sport has changed a little bit, I'd say, in the last couple of years, but it's very much the same Tour of Utah.
You have a young standout rider in your team here. Tell us a little bit about him.
You know, I just kind of heard the name for the first time when I arrived here on Friday, so it sounds like he had a really amazing ride on Mount Nebo a couple days ago, and you know, he had a rough day at the office today. Went down on the climb, big climb in the middle of the race. He went down on the descent, no fault of his own. There's some riders went down in front of him. He went off the course and lost a little bit of time, so I had to kind of burn some matches to get back to the group. But had just a really tough day, but hung tough. You know, he's defending fifth place overall, and I think he probably maintained that, or if he lost a spot, it wasn't more than that. So definitely a bright future. You know, he's only been racing for a year or two. Had a great.
Tell us his name.
His name is Matthew Boucher, and you know, Jonas Carney seems to have a real knack for finding, you know, up and coming talent. He's got a lot of under 25 riders, and seems to get him before anybody else has heard of him. So it's, you know, I think it's a name you're probably going to hear a lot of. And he had a really solid ride last night in the time trial, and it just doesn't seem like he has a lot of weaknesses. So, you know, given that he's not from altitude, to come and be able to, you know, drop Oscar Sevilla on a climb like today, it's, I think, very, very impressive.
We're going to see you in the car again, directing.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I'd like to get back in it a little bit. I think it'd be a nice balance to do this kind of part-time as well as some of the coaching that I'm doing. So, you know, it's one of those things when you're doing it full-time, sometimes you start to get a little weary of it, but now that I've been away from it for half a season, it's kind of nice to get back and see the old gang, join the circus again. I'll definitely be at Tour Missouri, not with Kelly Benefits, but just there following the race. So you'll see me around a little bit more this season.
Yeah, good enough. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.